कर 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 फटाफट कर।
वॉइस कॉल करो।
दो दिन में समाप्त हो जाएगी। बिना रुकावट सेवाओं का आनंद लेने के लिए
कनेक्टिंग है ना यहाँ पे। हेलो, वही किया है अभी विवेक से पूछ के, तो अभी कनेक्टिंग दिखा तो रहा है। हाँ आप तो ज्वाइन हुए, लेकिन अभी मेरे को ये नहीं समझ रहा कि मेरा जो मेन लैपटॉप था उसमें कैसे ये लिंक खोलूं। प्रीवियस, हाँ हाँ गई। ज्वाइन फ्रॉम ब्राउजर ना। हुआ, ठीक है, हाँ हुआ। अभी जान में जाना है। हाँ ठीक है। वैसे भी अपना लास्ट लिंक है ना ये। ठीक है, हाँ ठीक है मैम। इसका वॉइस बंद है, इसका वॉइस कंप्लीटली बंद है। हाँ आ जाओ। वो बंद किया। यहाँ पे एक को क्यों आ रहा है? मेरा मोबाइल में ज्वाइन नहीं तो
इधर अपना प्रेस करो।
विवेक मेरे इसमें ना लैपटॉप्स में इको आ रहा है। इको इको पूरा आवाज इको हो रहा है। एक का स्पीकर बंद है, कंप्लीटली बंद है, फिर भी ये चीज हो रही है।
आपके फोन में?
मेरे फोन में मैंने अभी तक ज्वाइन ही नहीं किया। अभी तो फिलहाल एक मानसी मैडम ने अपने घर से ज्वाइन किया और एक यहाँ पे 2 से है। ठीक है, देखती हूँ मैं। एटलीस्ट मीटिंग लिंक तो चालू हो गया। सुषमा आई क्या? नहीं अभी तक नहीं आई। 10 हो गए हैं, उसको बोला था आने को, बोला 5 बजे आने। मेरे को इसका आवाज का तो सॉल्व करके कैसे चलेगा?
इसका तो बंद हो गया फोन से। मैं इसका तो बंद किया मैंने। इसको लिखो इसको।
Good morning. Good morning and warm. आवाज आ रहा है? Good morning and warm welcome to you all. I am Rohini, your host for today. Our topic for today is occupational health. मेरा तो बंद है. तूने चालू किया? यहाँ पे smell नहीं आ रहा. नहीं guys फिनेल. See फिनेल और उसमें समझता. मैंने समझ. Good morning and warm welcome to you all. I am Rohini, your host for today. Our topic for today. एक मिनट. आप लॉगिन करके देखो. वो लाइन है कुछ पे मेरा एक्सप्लेन या कुछ. उसका मतलब
Recording in progress.
Good morning and warm welcome to you all. I'm Rohini, your host for today. Our topic for today is occupational health and safety for mining by Mr. Anirudh Singh Chondawat. He shall be covering below the point general aspect of OHS, importance of PPE and PPE, its use and environmental aspect, workplace health and safety and its importance, various enforcement and act for OHS and their importance. Followed by question and answer round. Let's quickly go through agenda.
Next
Slide change नहीं हुआ.
वॉइस तो क्लियर है, अभी स्लाइड चेंज हुआ.
इससे नहीं हो रहा. नेटवर्क के लिए आपको वो वाला ज्वाइन करें क्या? वर्चुअल इनॉग्रेशन बोलो ना. Virtual inauguration by Dr. Sundar Kataria, invoking the blessing of deity, chanting of Gayatri Mantra, introduction of speaker, presentation by Mr. Anirudh Singh Chandawat, question and answer session, closing session. Brief introduction of Dr. Sundar Kataria. Sadhguru Sangh is conceived and led by Dr. Sundar Kataria, ये इधर आ रहा है।
हाँ काटते थे।
अरे देखो।
उसको ये हटाना।
परत बोलते हैं। ब्रीफ इंट्रोडक्शन बाय डॉक्टर सुंदर कटारिया। सद्गुण संघ इज
भाई नहीं बोलना है रोहिणी ब्रीफ इंट्रोडक्शन बाय सुंदर कटारिया नहीं ऑफ सुंदर कटारिया
Sadgun Sangh conceived and led by Dr. Sundar Kataria, driven with a mission to elevate the quality, safety, elevate.
एलिवेट
फिर से
Elevate.
बोलती है।
मैं खाली उसी को बोल, मेरे को तेरे साथ दूसरे का भी ट्रायल लेना है।
Sadgun Sangh conceived and led by Dr. Sundar Kataria, driven with a mission to elevate the quality, safety, and environmental awareness level of industry. Sadgun Sangh is a series of educative, informative events aiming to eliminate professional on possible solution to current issue of industry and economy.
बस
पूरा ही कर लेते हो ना।
मेरे पास टाइम नहीं, मेरे को दूसरे स्पीकर को दिखाना है। मैडम अनिरुद्ध सर का भी एक ट्रायल लेना है, तो वो फोन पे फोन कर रहे
हाँ तो
हैं।
ज्वाइन करने के लिए ना
उसको मैं ज्वाइन करने बोलती हूँ, और अपना वो अपने को दिखाना पड़ेगा ना। हेलो,
उनका
हाँ सर, अभी आप ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं। हाँ ज्वाइन कर लीजिए, हम लोग अभी सेटअप रेडी है हमारा। ओके, स्टॉप शेयर करो, और अनिरुद्ध सर का फर्स्ट प्रेजेंटेशन है। ये मैम हो जाएगा ना, दोनों एक ही इससे शेयरिंग, और ये
होना चाहिए, नहीं तो बैकअप के लिए जरूर ओपन करें।
बैकअप कहाँ पे रख रहे हो? विवेक के लैपटॉप पे? विवेक के लैपटॉप पे, मेरा डेस्कटॉप पे आया
वहाँ
है
पे
सारा
फिर शेयर
चीज़ें।
करेंगे, यहाँ से वो बोलेगी वैसे करते हैं। अनिरुद्ध का 2 पीपीटी दिख रहा है, कौन सा वाला?
presentation चालू करो?
दोनों भी करना है उसका?
नहीं, एक उसने 2 बार भेजा, बस यही है।
उसका पेमेंट
हेलो
रिसीव करता है।
अनिरुद्ध सर,
हाँ मैं बोल रहा हूँ।
ये आपका गैलेक्सी A12 है राइट?
क्या चीज?
आपका नाम यहाँ पे गैलेक्सी A12 दिख रहा है।
आपको सिस्टम
तो मेरा इसमें तो फोटो तो आई नहीं।
नहीं है क्या नीचे? वो चेक करो ना, वहाँ पे दिखता है ना 11 जून का चेक डिपॉजिट हुआ है करके।
जो ना रीनेम करने को बोलिए उनको ना, रीनेम करवा दो उनसे।
मैं करती हूँ सर रीनेम।
सुनो, अगर दिया होता ना तो नीचे
अनिरुद्ध
चेक की
सर?
एंट्री होती, वही तो मैं बोलना चाहती हूँ।
हेलो
हाँ
अनिरुद्ध
ये
सर?
बोलिए बोलिए बोलिए।
हाँ, आपको मेरा स्क्रीन दिख रहा है?
हाँ स्क्रीन दिख रहा है आपका, और ये भी आ रहा है, लेकिन मेरा मेरा फोटो नहीं आ रहा है।
आपका आ रहा है सर फोटो हमारे पास?
आपके पास आ रहा तो इसमें भी तो एक कोई कोने में आना चाहिए ना।
आपका कैमरा दिखाएगा ना ऑन आपको?
तो मैं तो वीडियो चल रहा है उसके अंदर, स्टार्ट वीडियो तो है, पता नहीं क्यों नहीं आ रहा है।
स्टार्ट वीडियो, आपने स्टार्ट वीडियो ही किया है ना सर?
हाँ
तो वीडियो
ये तो
स्टार्ट है आपका। अब ये देखो आपका वीडियो ऑफ हो गया।
ऑफ हो गया, ये स्टार्ट अभी मैंने वापस स्टार्ट कर दिया। अब क्यों नहीं आ रहा मेरा फोटो?
जी,
पार्टिसिपेंट में आएगा
हमको
क्या?
दिख रहा है सर आपका फोटो।
तो मेरा नाम इसमें आ ही नहीं रहा है इसमें तो। अच्छा
सर आप स्लाइड मोबाइल से कनेक्ट करो। मोबाइल पे तो दिखाएगा ना सर।
तो मेरा फोटो तो आना चाहिए ना इसमें, क्यों नहीं आ रहा मेरा?
सर स्पीकर व्यू करके देखिए एक बार।
क्या चीज? कौन सा व्यू?
स्पीकर
इसमें
व्यू करके
जनरल
देखिए
एस्पेक्ट
एक
तो
बार।
क्या चीज मैं समझा नहीं क्या? ये मेरा इसमें क्लियर नहीं हो रहा। आपका तो मुझे आ रहा फोटो, मेरा वाला क्यों नहीं आ रहा?
सर हमें दिख रहा है ना।
तो आप इसमें ये इसके साथ साथ मेरा एक कोने में फोटो नहीं आएगा क्या?
आना तो चाहिए, वो आपको दिख वैसा ही रहा होगा, लेकिन शायद मोबाइल की वजह से ऐसा हो रहा है सर।
अरे मोबाइल तो मैंने मेरे बिल्कुल सामने रखा हुआ एकदम एकदम, कहाँ क्यों नहीं आ रहा है?
सर हमें आपका वीडियो बराबर दिख रहा है, लेकिन
अरे
आपको जो
दिख रहा
वो
तो
छोटा सा आइकन नहीं दिख रहा, वो शायद मोबाइल व्यू की वजह से ऐसा है।
आप इसको फिर मैं क्या ऐसे ही दूं? कुछ वो मेरा वो कुछ वो जरूरत नहीं है इसमें। पार्टिसिपेंट में भी मेरा वो नहीं आ रहा है। हाँ अब आ रहा है।
तो यहीं से सुन रहे थे।
हाँ अब तो आ रहा है मेरा।
आ रहा है आपको?
हाँ अभी तो आ रहा है। तो मुझे अगर
अब ठीक
अब
है
उसके
ना
अंदर
आपको?
वो जाना हो मतलब प्रेजेंटेशन में, तो मैं क्या करूंगा? जैसे आप थोड़ी देर में प्रेजेंटेशन चालू करेंगे तो आप अपने आप वो कर देंगे।
मैं यहाँ से शेयरिंग करूंगी प्रेजेंटेशन।
हेलो
हाँ सर।
हाँ मेरी आवाज आ रही है आपको? हेलो हेलो
सर मुझे आपकी आवाज आ रही है।
तो मैं कह रहा हूँ कि आप ये जो मेरा प्रेजेंटेशन चालू करेंगे ना, तो उस समय वो प्रेजेंटेशन वाला आ जाएगा ना इसी के अंदर?
जी, जैसे अभी आपको दिख रहा है ना वैसे ही आपको भी स्क्रीन दिखेगा। जैसे अभी आपको दिख रहा है ना वैसे ही आपको भी स्क्रीन दिखेगा बाद में भी। उस टाइम पे आपको सिर्फ हमको बोलना है उस टाइम पे कि आप अभी स्लाइड चेंज कर दीजिए नेक्स्ट करके, ऐसा।
वो तो मैं बोल दूंगा। एक बार वो प्रेजेंटेशन वाला डाल के और वापस वो करके तो दिखाओ, ताकि उस समय दिक्कत नहीं आए।
ठीक है सर, मैं अभी एक बार चेंज कर लेती हूँ, फिर से स्टार्टिंग से चालू करती हूँ प्रेजेंटेशन।
ये पहले रिहर्सल कर लो ताकि उस समय आपको दिक्कत नहीं आए।
हाँ, अभी आपको मेरा फुल स्क्रीन दिख रहा है? फर्स्ट स्क्रीन दिख रहा है ना?
आपका फुल कहाँ दिख रहा है? आप ये रोशनी करके लिखा हुआ है, ये कौन? आपका स्क्रीन नहीं आ रहा है?
सर मेरा स्क्रीन
है?
विजिबल है। मेरा
किसका?
स्क्रीन विजिबल है।
आप
मेरा
नहीं मेरा
स्क्रीन विजिबल है सर।
सर आपको ये फर्स्ट स्लाइड नहीं दिखाई दे रहा?
सुषमा, he has to go on the slide वाले पे ना, आगे सर उनको सरकाना पड़ेगा ना।
हाँ अब आ रहा है, हाँ अभी आ रहा है। अब ये आपका भी आ रहा है फोटो। ये रोशनी आपका ही नाम है क्या? हेलो,
हाँ सर।
आपका नाम क्या रोशनी जारना है क्या?
सर मेरा नाम झरना है और जो इस लैपटॉप से हमारा शेयरिंग हो रहा है उधर का नाम रोहिणी है।
हाँ रोहिणी है। तो अब आप एक काम करिए, आपका तो इसमें आया ही नहीं फोटो। अच्छा आप एक काम करो, अभी इसमें वो लगाओ, प्रेजेंटेशन का डाल के बताओ। तो इसी में दे दूंगा। चार्जिंग
सर आपको शेयरिंग दिख रहा है?
हाँ ठीक है ठीक। हाँ आ रहा प्रेजेंटेशन आ रहा।
मैं अभी स्लाइड्स चेंज करके दिखाती हूँ।
हाँ प्रेजेंटेशन आ रहा।
ठीक है, तो ये प्रेजेंटेशन ऐसा ही रहेगा सर उस टाइम पे।
अच्छा तो इधर मेरा फोटो नहीं आएगा?
फोटो छोटा तो हमको दिख ही रहा है ना सर आपको।
तो इसमें तो खाली गोल ही आ रहा है। हाँ ठीक
देखती
है।
हूँ मैं।
जैसे आपका फोटो आ रहा है उस तरह से इस कोने में हमारा फोटो नहीं आएगा क्या? मेरा
आना
क्या
तो चाहिए सर, आपको क्यों नहीं दिख रहा है मुझे पता नहीं अभी।
अभी मेरे को सिर्फ एक गोला आ रहा है सफेद और नीचे सफेद आ रहा है। वो मेरा इसमें वो मेरा एक्चुअली ये जो जैसे आपका आ रहा था ना उस तरह से फोटो आना चाहिए। मतलब उधर मेरा वीडियो भी तो आना चाहिए ना। आज जैसे ये आ रहा है उस तरह से मेरा क्यों नहीं आ रहा?
हेलो
हेलो
अनिरुद्ध साहब, गुड मॉर्निंग, दिलीप नेगी हियर।
गुड मॉर्निंग सर, गुड मॉर्निंग।
कैसे हैं सर?
बस ठीक है सर, थैंक यू।
आपका फोटो सर आएगा जब आपका पीपीटी चलेगा ना, प्रेजेंटेशन चलेगा, तो वो आपके अंदर आपके पास फीचर होता है कि आप ऑन स्पीकर जो होता है ना साइड पे आएगा।
चलो ठीक है, मेरे तो जैसे भी चलेगा, कोई दिक्कत
हाँ,
नहीं।
अभी नहीं, आप खाली कैमरा ऑन रखिए, दैट्स ऑल, बाकी सब हो जाएगा, आप कंट्रोल हो जाएगा, बाकी फिक्र मत करिए।
तो अभी
आपको
मैंने
खाली
जो
प्रेजेंटेशन
सेटिंग जो मैंने जो सेट कर रखा वो ठीक है सर, अभी इसी में रखूं मैं?
हाँ जी, आप अब जैसे उसी में रखिए, आपको प्रेजेंटेशन दिखता है ना, बस वो आपको देखना है, बाकी आप छोड़ दीजिए अपनी फोटो को, आपकी फोटो हम दिखा देंगे।
हाँ ठीक है ओके।
वो यहाँ से एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन जो है ना उस समय करता है, वो क्या करता है, फोकस स्पीकर पे डालता है और प्रेजेंटेशन के साइड में स्पीकर का फोटो आता है, तो आप यू डोंट बॉदर अबाउट दैट, इट विल कम ऑटोमेटिकली, राइट सर?
ठीक है, तो ये आप क्या 11:15 चालू करेंगे सर?
जैसे जन्ना आपको बताएंगे आगे, ठीक है? यस जन्ना,
सर
ओवर टू
अभी
यू।
आप ऑनलाइन ही रहो, 11 बजे हमारा मीटिंग स्टार्ट हो जाएगा, आपको 11:10 तक हम हैंड ओवर कर देंगे।
ओके सर।
ओके, थैंक यू सर।
ओके, थैंक यू।
Awesome movies.
Good morning and warm welcome to you all. I am Rohini, your host for today. Our topic for today is occupational health and safety for mining by Mr. Anirudh Singh Chondawat. He shall be covering below the point general aspect of OHS, importance of PPE, its use and environmental aspect, workplace health and safety and its importance, various enforcement and act for OHS and their importance, followed by question and answer round. Let's quickly go through agenda. Virtual inauguration by Dr. Sundar Kataria, invoking the blessing of deity, chanting of Gayatri Mantra, introduction of speaker, presentation by Mr. Anirudh Singh Chondawar, question and answer session, closing session. Brief introduction of Dr. Sundar Kataria. Sadhguru Sangh, conceived and led by Dr. Sundar Kataria, driven mission to elevate the quality, safety, and environmental awareness level of industry. Sadhguru Sangh is series of educative, informative events aiming to illuminate professional and possible solutions to current issue of industry and economy. His designation and organization, Chairman and Managing Director, International Certification Services Private Limited. His academic qualification, Mechanical Engineering, AMI, Honorary Doctorate, Business Management. His experience is he started his career in building India's first nuclear power plant at Rawat Bhata, Kota, Rajasthan. He's contributed in developing India's first oil and gas field at Bombay High since its inception. He was head of industry and offshore development with DNV for 2 decades. He is the founder of First Indian Conformity Assessment, an inspection body known as International Certification Services Private Limited, which is a provider of total quality solution under single umbrella with wide spectrum of services. His achievements and awards are Lifetime Achievement Award of NACE Corcon, received several national and international awards. I now request Dr. Sundar Kataria to virtual inauguration the session.
शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तु ते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तु ते शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरु त्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः
Please join us for this recitation of the Gayatri Mantra. A brief introduction of our keynote speaker, Mr. Anirudh Singh Chondawar. His designation and organization, former Group General Manager, Rajasthan State Mines and Minerals Limited, Udaipur. His academic qualification, BE Mechanical, His area specialization mechanical. Award and achievements are award received during course of service in the field of environment, mine safety, plant activities. Wrote a book named Safety Handbook, covering lot of useful information with many educative illustration and having section in Hindi as well as English. Please welcome Mr. Anirudh Singh Chondawat, sir. Over to you, sir. Can you see the screen? Sir, can you see the screen?
Sir, please unmute yourself first.
Hello, Aniruddha sir, can you hear me?
Susma, he has not unmuted. He is- please ask
Sir, I request you to please unmute yourself. Aniruddha sir.
Hello, is my voice audible to all of you?
Yes, sir. So is
Okay.
the screen visible to you?
Yes, screen is visible.
Yes, sir, you can start.
So, first of all, I welcome all of you and good morning to all of you. And I am highly thankful to Sundarji Kataria sir, chairman, and for this organization. And also to all I welcome to all the participants in it and the organizers. And I think it is in association with Atmanirbhar Bharat Sadgun Sangh Meet. So anyway, thank you very much. I have been given a chance to speak to all of you in regards to health and safety in reference to mines. So it is I can say, a sort of occupational health and safety, which is a very, very comprehensive, very big subject. So anyway, we can stretch it to many hours also, but I would like to only emphasize on the main pertinent points so that everybody can understand what is the meaning and what is the idea behind it. So that way I can start, and I request for the next slide. So in this next slide, I have taken general aspects, and it may take a bit of time, that occupational safety and health, why is it required and how it has come into picture. So basically, if you think, everyone can think about health and safety, and it is a must in our the occupational professional place where we are working. So how we are dividing it? If we are working in our home, then also safety and health issues are required. And if we don't follow, we will get ill. There we are following it. Then we will come to public place like garden. Hello, it is disconnected. So anyway, that way, your safety and health aspects are required at home, at public places, as I enumerated about number of places in the public, in road, especially traffic light and all that, but they are of separate nature. Of course, some sort of occupational health and safety is required there also. But we, in our life, when we are working, we find that most of the occupational safety and health is required in the particular place, in a sort of confined place or open place, wherever the persons are working for their jobs. And so jobs can also be a different type. So can be manufacturing, production, communication, then engineering, transport and travels, agriculture, mining and excavation. So by and large, like that, we can include hospitals also, education also, even we can some different type of, we can say, services can be included. So they all require a separate type of health and safety requirement. So if we are working in a particular kind of atmosphere or environment, we are having separate type of hazards or environmental risks and factors. So we have to face them, yet we have to work there. So when we have to work there, we have to work as per the safety and health requirement. Otherwise, we will not be able to proceed. We will get ill, or we may fall seriously ill with the hazards which are working in the working condition wherever we are working. So basically, it is a sort of health and safety requirement at a particular workplace. So we will be emphasizing more on the workplace where we are working. So that is why I have particularly just categorized this manufacturing, production, communication, engineering, transport, travels. All these are separate kind of work, and they have their own hazards in which they are working. Agriculture also, but by and large, mining and excavation is a very big profession or type of work where large numbers of millions and millions of people are engaged in working. And this is mining, which has brought a revolution in the health and well-being of all of us. But when this happened, how this mining came into picture? Mining was existing since antiquity, means very olden days also, but it was all manual mining. It was not mechanized mining. Mechanized mining started with Industrial Revolution, which happened in about 1750, when the great mechanical engineer and inventor James Watt invented steam engine. So when he invented steam engine, at that time coal was hauled by old methods from the horses. Horses used to take out coal from a shaft, and coal was extracted in England. Then James Watt, with his ingenuity, by his ingenious work, he invented steam engine. He replaced those horses, and instead of horses, he put the steam engine with winches and all that, and coal was started to be extracted, and it was a great work. It was the first mechanized sort of mining, and this mining method, in association with mechanical engineering, changed the entire world, because industrial revolution started with that. Steam engine was the basic factor for the start of industrial revolution, and it is not very old story, about 1750, maybe 200-300 years back. So anyway, that is how this mechanized mining started. And you hear the word horsepower. Why horsepower is there for the engine? Because this is this name was given by James Watt himself. He removed horses for extraction of the coal and from the collieries, and replaced them by steam engine. Steam engine was later employed in steam ships also. This all textile machinery, a host of other things in this steam engine was employed, and this revolutionized entire Europe, and then also USA. Why? Because USA was also under England at that time. So this is how England changed the world, by starting industrial revolution. That was the first industrial revolution. Second industrial revolution started after 100 years. That was electrical revolution. Again, number of America and England and all that, they were responsible for it. And today we are actually running in the fourth industrial revolution, which is basically computerized and digital based. Anyway, that was a bit of history. Then services and hospital, doctors, education, sports, game, they are also part of, you can consider them to be sort of, for them also health and safety requirements are there. Again, I have written here 4 E's of safety and health. They are very important. 4 E's, because these E's are most essential part of safety and including health also. First E, which is required for safety and health, is environment, means working condition. You are working, what sort of working conditions are existing. Those working conditions are entirely responsible for safety. In which type of working condition you are working. Suppose some plant is there and some acid is leaking and it is directly actually leaking on your body. It is harmful. Now, in that type of working condition, nobody would like to. So you have to rectify those working conditions. So that will actually part of engineering also, because there is a faulty design. Because of that, acid is leaking. This is an example. So like that in machinery also, there are faulty designs and all that. There are defective circuits and all that. And because of those improper selection, design, metallurgy also, there are large numbers of accidents and all that and failures. So engineering is also going to be very correct and good. Otherwise, there will be accidents and hazards. So first is environment. You should have a healthy environment, working condition, devoid of dust, noise and all that. Very minimized dust should be there, minimized noise should be there. Like that, there are so many factors. We'll later see that. Then there is one more part. Third is education. So why education is required? Because there in the occupational safety and health, it is a specialized subject. There are newcomers. They have to be trained. They have to be taught for the safety and health aspects. They do not know how to or what to do in that environment. So we have to educate. Many are, even though knowing, but they have to be repeatedly told, reinformed, reminded, so that education. So education is nothing but a training. It can be given in lot of forms, by manuals, by leaflets, by shop manuals, and all that, instruction manual. So even these posters, your vocational training centers, and there are many organizations which you can hire. They will give you training on the part of your safety and health. And that is required, without which perhaps it will be very difficult to run an organization. And today, because it is the most complex, you have to hire the person to give you training. And thereafter, you can have the working of your own. So like then, number of examples are given. Without education and training, recommendations also part of training. Posters, safety weeks, celebration, and all that. Then if you are encouraging so many things, taking visits, industrial visits, they are also part of training only. So that you can understand how you can remain safe and healthy. Lastly, there is a fourth E that is called enforcement. Now, why enforcement is required? Agreed. You are having very good engineering. You are having very good environment, and you are having very good training also. Even then, people are working on in safety with. It is encouraging to wear the helmet, but people are not wearing. If a government starts charging heavily for not wearing helmet,
Hello, so we are not able to hear you.
So
properly.
okay, I'm continuing. In between, there is a interferences anyway. So if there is a heavy penalty for not following safety rules, regulations, and all that. That is called enforcement. So enforcement directorate is there, inspectors are there. They put penalties. They are responsible for enforcing health and safety. DGMS is the one authority in our company which is responsible, which will enforce in mining sector for enforcing good health, healthy and safe standards for our mines in this country. Anyway, we can uh, uh, so that way you have taken, I think, next so it is history. In history, there is a long history of occupational safety and health, but not much is found. So I have taken only a 17th century Italian, Bernardo Rossetti. He used to actually ask his patients for his work profession. Okay, you are having this disease, but what type of work you will do? This disease is because of that particular work. Otherwise, disease was not there. So today also we know that we are working in different profession and we are exposed to different conditions. So the type of diseases mostly work for mining will not occur for other profession who are only office workers or in manufacturing and all that. So like that, different type of diseases will take place. So those diseases are because of that profession or because of that occupation. So that way, this is one starting point. But then not much was there because no manufacturing, not much industrialization was there. This industrialization gave birth to number of engineering branches also, number of technologies also, and that why this complex world has developed. So when this complex world has developed, no doubt it has given great impetus to our values. We have highly enriched life today we are living, and in the most advanced age we are living, we should be happy with it. It's not that it is a boon to us, no doubt. And that way we should not consider it, but we are so happy and today we are so much prosperous and connected to each other. It was the type of connection we are having together uh, was not imaginable to our forefathers, ancestors. So that way you can think that this modern technology and engineering and science has given a lot of benefits and boons to us. So anyway, so there was later a lot of changes of industrialization started, but not much emphasis was given to occupational safety and health. So later, when accidents were there, workmen's compensation was also started. People used to think that health and safety is required, and that way a lot of time elapsed. But by 1970, this in USA, OSHA developed Occupational Safety and Health Association, and that first act perhaps was started in 1970, and later standards were developed in 1974, and number of other acts developed for the occupational safety and health. So next slide, please. Hello, next slide, please. Hello.
Yes, sir.
So in this next slide, again, that's a continuation of OSH formed in 1970. Amendments were there, regulations were there in 1999, and number there series of developments, because most of you must be aware with the ISO 18,001 and 45,001. So might be knowing those developments. So I will not much inform about you all that, but that way OSHA's 18,001 is a very important standard, and by which we are working, and there were a lot of improvements on this OHS 18,001, and that is how 45,001 was developed. Then now we come to work importance of due to environment with risk and hazard. This is very important, because what is the importance of environment? I have already emphasized that if we are not having good environment or work conditions, then there will be a lot of risks, and because of those risks, there will be a lot of hazards. So what is difference between hazard and what is difference between risk? So hazard has been defined as an inherent ability to cause to substance to inherent ability to cause to substance or person a sort of harm. So if there is an inherent ability to cause harm to a substance or person, then it is hazard. But risk is a probability to cause harm or extent of harm caused. Next slide, please. Hello, next slide, please. Hello, next. So, hello. No, but
it's
previous.
already
No.
changed.
Yeah, previous slide.
Done, sir.
Okay, next slide. Next.
Yes, sir.
Next.
Yes.
So there are 5 steps of risk assessment. Am I audible to all of you? Hello, am I audible? Hello, am I audible?
Yes,
Just
sir.
I am requesting
Yes,
to all of you.
Yes,
Hello,
sir.
hello.
Yes, sir.
So, okay. So there are 5 steps to risk assessment. First, hazard evaluation. Second, identify who will be harmed. Third, evaluate risk. Third, record the findings. And fourth, review when necessary. These are the 5 basic steps for risk assessment. Next, please. Next slide, please.
Yes, sir. Doing.
Okay. So now this is in relation to accidents, incidences, and near misses. These are very important because these are applicable to mining also. Not only mining plants also, but why I am taking certain parts of plant, because if in a mining area there is a processing plant, which is maybe crushing plant, maybe processing, beneficiation plant and all that, mineral processing plant. But if it is in the mining area, this area, then that will also be considered under mining. So that is why it is very important to know it, that many plants are there, crushing plants, processing plants, conveyor belts and all that's working in the mines, but they are part of the mining because they are in the mine lease area. So Director General Mine Safety is also considering them to be part of mining. Any accident takes place, it will be inquired by DGMS, or it will be the owner or the engineers will be answerable to DGMS. So that way, Director General Mine Safety has taken those things under their consideration. So accident is understood under undesired and uncontrolled event. Accident has been defined accident because in mines also number of accidents take place, and so is the case with the plants. So accident is undesired and uncontrolled event which affects to physical body, property damage, etc. Now near miss is an uncontrolled event that did not result in injury, illness, damage to, but had potential to do so. So near misses are also to be recorded. Time to time in the checkpoints, those near misses are to be recorded. And in the checkpoints, which we regularly have to check when we are actually visiting or inspecting, so near misses should not be avoided. They are very important also. They may cause accident, they can become the reason for the accident for the future. So if we can remove those causes in the initial stage, it will not result in the accident. Then remember 3 main causes of accident. They are very important. So I am emphasizing those 3 main causes. One is technical equipment and engineering. I have already emphasized in that E part that engineering is very equipment. So technical part, technology and engineering can also be a part of accident, reason for the accident. Second, already working conditions, environment is responsible for the causes of accident. But strange, people are highly responsible for the accident, even though they are actually educated, they have taken training, yet they are responsible. Because in large number of investigations for the accidents in different parts, in mining, quarry, plants and all that, in roads and all that, it was in after long inquiry, it was found that the man was responsible, he did not care. and he did take all the precautions and did not follow the rules and all that. Because of that, accident took place. Okay, so this unsafe work condition, people with voluntary or involuntary act, they will result in the accident. What are the prevention and investigation? First, hazard elimination should be there. By various methods, that hazard has to be eliminated. There are various kind of hazards. We will come to know them later. Then risk control. You have to control the risks. Behavior, attitude, and change. There are many accidents or many undue happenings are happening because of personality and all that. So psychologically, you have to remain stress-free, strain-free, to be very cooperative with your colleague and work in cohesion and amicably. I must say amicably means with mutual understanding of all that. This is very important. A person should not quarrel at the work or should not get disturbed because of or some sort of anger they should show. Psychology is very important. So psychological behavior plays a vital role. So that is why behavioral attitude change is required. Then investigate the accident with remedial measures to be taken. Next, please. Next slide. Okay. So here again, I have taken first aid. First aid is important in occupational safety and health. First aid, if something happens because of that, so you should have first aid kit ready. And all know about the first aid kit. And there should be a trained person for the first aid also. It will be better for the organization if trained persons are there. And they should be given first aid so that it may not accident or anything may not result in a fatal. Fatal means in which death is there, or it may not result in a serious accident, or it may be confined to minor only. So first aid kits and all that are to be provided. Anyway, next slide, please. Next, then improve. This is about the workplace area. So what we can do? Improve workplace layout for the betterment. So these are all part of occupational health and safety only. So improve workplace output or layout, equipment, appropriate tools are required and tackles are required. So better tools and tackles will always help for the safety and health. Use proper lighting and illumination. This improper light and improper illumination is also a hazard, and it has to be for the betterment and better health and safety. Your factory or mining area all should be highly illuminated so that accident will not take place or it will be minimized. This is one of the major causes of accident if proper illumination is not there. Then as far as possible, shorten your carrying distance. In many plants and all that, people are carrying for long distances. So some sort of engineering should be applied. Anyway, next, prohibition type likely to. Oh, no. Just for safety, use emergency stop. Previous slide, please. Previous. Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir. We are doing. Just a second.
So after proper lighting and illumination, there should be shortened carrying distances. Avoid repetitive handling. There are instances where the plant we have found there is a repetitive handling. Then try to reduce it as far as possible. Avoid lifting from the floor and avoid lifting above shoulders. This is also very important. Take training for falling objects, equipment failure, and loading requirement. So all these are required. Next slide, please. Hello, next. For safety, we use emergency stop, and we have to use emergency stop and recommended tools. Time to time inspect. These are part of work activities. Time to time inspect tools and working condition. Have suitable machine guarding and railings. Yeah, this is very important. You see, in the safety and for the health, I have found large number of accidents and injuries are taking place because proper machine guard was not there, and people were not using railings. Both are helping a lot. Railings are most important in the plant and elsewhere also, because suppose you are working a plant in the mining area, crushing plant, the railings and all that are helping. So guards and these are for machines and all that are very helpful, and they should not be ignored. Then have effective isolation. Many a time isolations are required, otherwise they result in accident. Have suitable and scheduled maintenance with preventive maintenance. There are many type of maintenance, periodical maintenance, hourly based maintenance, overall maintenance. So preventive maintenance is very useful, and it will help a lot in occupational safety and health. Have training in the use of work activities. Work activities may be training ki zarurat hai. Next slide, please. Safety signs. Why safety signs are there? Because people should inculcate the habit of seeing them and use them in their daily life and in the working area. So there are three types of main safety signs. One is prohibition type, where it is written no entry, means there it is no entry means no entry, like shut down, stop, etc. Second is caution and warning type, means many times you must be have seen that school ahead, children are playing and all that type of signs are there, just cautionary thing. So second type of warning are like that. And third are mandatory, like wear gloves or wear helmet and all that. They are mandatory because if you don't do, you will not be allowed to enter to the working area and all that. So like that in our daily life we will find in this three type of signs. Next, please. Now here is it is written COSHH. COSHH means control of substances hazardous to health. Now we will, this is the meaning of this is the abbreviation COSS. So such substances are arises out of work activities. Significant control measures with risk assessment with suitable PPE, means personal protective equipments, are required to cater for COSH. So this control of substances hazardous to health are very important. So here time, hazard area, hazard identification, emergency measures and review etc. should be seen with also work methods and who are at risk. Next slide, please. Next slide. Fire hazardous and firefighting. Here we find in the occupational safety that there are many working conditions where fire also can take place. So for that a design, but a particular design precaution will always help to reduce or eliminate fire. Then there should be smoke detectors, alarm and evacuation method also if fire is there. Then a proper training and mock drill should be done at the work area or in the mines time to time, so that people are aware about control of fires. Everyone is mostly aware about triangle of fire, how fire is taking place. Three things are required: fuel, combustible material, oxygen. If you remove even any one of these, fire will stop. So I will not just emphasize more on it. This is the basic principle on which fire is being extinguished. Remove any one of this from this triangle: fuel, combustible material, which may be even cotton waste also, or maybe rubber parts, some plastic part and all that, they will catch the fire. And then oxygen. Most of the methods will remove oxygen from that area or cool down, temperature will be reduced. So that way fire will not take place. Now there are A, B, C, D type of fire extinguisher. There are different types classify. A is for the solid wood and all that, but B is for liquid. Then most of the fire, electrical fire and that should not be extinguished with water, like, but they should be extinguished with dry powder type of fire extinguishers. So there are different type of application. It is written on the portable fire extinguisher itself that it is foam type, it is carbon dioxide type, it is having this application for that is suitable. But it is better if most of the fire extinguisher are used of dry powder type. Then in mines we find a lot of equipment, dumpers, dozers, drills and all that, and electrical showers or mechanical engine, diesel showers also, excavators. Hello, just previous slide, please. So, hello, previous
Yes,
slide.
sir.
Yes. Okay. So in that we have two type of extinguishers, automatic and semi-automatic. Because there, once a fire is taking place, say, near engine area or silence area or some other area because of whatever reasons, but immediately those areas should have some sensors, and those sensors should immediately trigger after trigger a circuit where those nozzles which are fitted there, they will inject dry powder type of extinguisher mechanism, and that local area where fire has taken place, that source will be immediately quenched or extinguished. So that is very important. Or like that, semi-automatic means person should have his own involvement also, part of a manual and part automatic. So there is semi-automatic. And then there are totally manual portable fire extinguisher. Operator should himself take the portable fire extinguisher, which should be of dry powder type mainly, and he can quench or extinguish fire in that local area. Next slide, please. So, okay, then there are mine safety, health and regulation and acts. So, you see these acts are all there: mining legislation, Mines Act, in which most important is Mines Act 1952. Then we are having number of other regulation. Mines Rule 1956, 61, circular. The DGMS had large number of circulars also. Those circulars are to be followed. There are recommendations. There are mandatory laws, regulations, bylaws, standing orders to be framed, implemented by statutory person holding higher management position at unit level. Next. Hello, next. Next, please.
Yes, sir, it's done.
Then important standards are there. So these standards are there, but I would like to just, it has came to my mind that every organization minds for better implementation of occupational safety and health, they should have a safety and health policy or health and safety policy, and that policy should be strictly followed, because that policy is being framed and helped for the help of miners, management, workers, and all that. So it is better to have that, and that becomes part of these standards also. So we have these standards: ISO 9001, ISO 14001, OSAS 18001, and then 80,001 207. Originally developed in the early 1990s as BS. This is written all there. BSA and more complete. I'm not going detail. ISO 40,000 is for environment, and ISO 14,001 has added more features, and it is improvement over OSAS 18,001. Next slide, please. Hello, next.
Done,
No,
sir.
this is very okay. Thank you. This is very important. The role of technology in enhancing safety, and it is not only safety, health also. Just I have written safety only. So why technology? Because now modern days mining is becoming modern, most modern, and it's not like that it was taking place about 50 years back and all that. So because of development and changes and all that, mining is also changing. and mining equipment are also changing. So I will, many of those things you might be knowing, but I'm just reminding or re-emphasizing or enumerating that there is a rollover protection for equipment and all that, dozer and loaders and all that. It was not there earlier, but it's, nowadays equipments are equipped with rollover protection. Then rear view cameras. Now this is available in cars, dumpers and all that also. Then remote controlled LSD. Then the remote control, this LSD is mostly used in underground mines. Then remote control dozer. So many times such requirement is there where person should be away from particular area, but dozer will be working or loader should be working there. Computerized control with records and use of artificial intelligence. Now you will wonder that how mining is utilizing artificial intelligence also. This virtual digital type of work is also taking place in mining, and many gadgets and all this panels are equipped. A person from the control panel itself will be able to do a lot of things in the mining, in underground mining as well as in open cast mining. Then enhanced modern gadgets to augment health and safety. Today, modern gadgets are available so that person will be more healthy and safe in the working condition. Better life of machine and design of machine with features of occupational health and safety. Now, machines are coming with much better design and many new features. So that way, occupational safety and as health and safety is also becoming more safe. Ultimate aim is to get zero accident, no accident at all, most healthy and uh, better working conditions. Then better energy use. Today we find all equipment, and because energy is, we have a lot of crisis for energy. So equipments are coming which having energy saving features. Many modern features have visual panel to show what is happening in the machine in the control area.
Hello. So your voice is not audible.
So anyway, sorry, there was interruption. Then dust control. Also, there is lot of improvement for dust control. Earlier, dust control was not well. Today, you see, in dumper itself, you can find which filter is choked, what is happening in that area. Modern equipment, there are large number of features showing about the safety of the equipment. So safety and health are required for machinery also. Both man and machinery require. As we do not require dust for ourselves, but what for engine? If engine is inhaling dust, it will not work or it will get damaged. So that man and machinery both require safety, and they require a healthy condition in which they should work. Then technology. So you can read all these features are there. Dust control feature, role of technology for, oh, I don't know what has happened. Can take next slide also. Engineering, holding, and all that is there. Next slide, please. Now here we have a zero accident concept. So in zero accident, both men and machineries are to be seen for safe working, thus minimizing accident and controlling over the hazard risks for better by better maintenance, preventive maintenance, scheduled maintenance. And also we should give enhanced education and training. Then definitely it will also happen due to personal protective equipment. So behavior based, we have already talked. So let us now types of hazard and hazard mitigation at mines. So we basically find these type of hazards: mechanical and environmental hazards, electrical hazards, chemical hazards, and biological hazards. Next slide, please. Hello, next slide, please. So these are the type of hazards. Hello, is my voice audible? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Your voice is
Is
audible.
my voice?
Yes, sir. Your voice is audible.
Okay.
Yes, sir, you are audible, sir. Please, sir, go ahead.
So the mechanical and environment hazard, you will find noise, shocks, vibration. In vibration, you can take ground vibration, machines, and all that. And illumination, I have already talked. Radiation is a very major area. We should not, but there are professions where radiation also in mines also we have radiations which are harmful. Then one very important area is heat. If mining persons are exposed to mostly sunlight and all that, and there are occasions where a lot of temperature is there in which they are working, many a times much more than 45 also degrees centigrade. So that way heat stroke is a major you can say area where persons are exposed, and if a person is having heat stroke, it should be given immediately first aid and taken to hospital or dispensary and should be treated. Then ventilation is required in the underground mines, open cast mines. In certain areas ventilation is required. Air pollution is very important. These particulate matter, this type of material or particles affecting you, how much micron particle you can have. So there are three types of masks. You can wear respirators, full mask, half mask, and all that. So those are the precautionary measures given to the miners in personal protective equipment. Air pollution is a vital area. We will come to know that many diseases are taking place because of those air pollution. But that is not this, I should say, of course, in engine we find smoke and all that, but in mines there are two diseases, hydrosis, silicosis, mainly silicosis, which is responsible. And some persons are exposed to manganese dust also. So manganese is also a poisonous thing. So all that thing, these are occupational hazards. And in air pollution, we have to take a lot of care. But in the mining area, water pollution is also there. Because of that water pollution also, many diseases will take place, particular biological, and there are ecological pollution because of all environmental factors. Then there are diseases like hearing loss, eye disorders, pneumoconiasis, silicosis. Pneumoconiasis means which are harmful to our lungs. Silicosis, siderosis. There are many after effects like fertility, nerve injury, and all that. So you see, all that are required. In noise also, I would like to tell that noise is also harmful, and better if we keep noise not beyond 75 decibel. Its measurement unit is up to 75 decibel. It is all right. Extremely can use up to 90 decibel, because many times it is not possible. So machines are having a lot of noise. So we have all those methods to be employed to reduce noise. Basically, we have to use personal protective because of that reason only. Another way is you cover the equipment, your fans and blowers and compressors and all that. Generators, we find in our number of banks and city in different places, generators are there, but they are having no noise because by canopy they are covering it. So that is also one of the methods to reduce the noise. In mines also, they are by having a suitable good design mufflers and all different engineering uh, devices, they are reducing the noise. And the last, but the ultimately, if nothing is available, you use your ear muffs or ear plugs also. That is a personal protective equipment. In pneumoconitis, silicosis, all that will come later. That electrical hazard. Electrical equipment protection, you already know. Fuses, relays, switch gears, then flames. Many times flames are taking place in this. Arcs are there. Short circuit also cause fire. And like that, there are many electrical type of hazards actually occurring, because mines in mining area, there's a lot of electrification. So all precautions have to be taken in lighting, in the poles. You have to remember that wherever minimum, you have to follow Indian electricity rules. Wherever there is a crossroad, minimum 6.1 meter of height is required for those high tension lines. Because in many areas, high tension lines are there in the mines, and it is a must for the well-designed mines to work. Next, please. It is a chemical hazard. Next is chemical hazard. The chemical hazards are carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, sulfuric acid, alkalis, and all that. They also cause respiratory diseases, cancer, neurological disorders. So there are large number of chemicals which we are very dangerous, and people already know much about it. So it is better that we take all the precautionary measures, mitigation measure to control those chemical hazards, and only, or if you are using those chemicals, then you have to use them safely. Like we, for lubrication purpose, we are having lubricating oil, and like that, there are many chemicals we are also using for maintenance. All that, those they are to be used with great care. And other chemicals, if at all they are used, they should also be taken with due care. Next, can I change myself? These slides, okay. Now, see, these are the biological hazards. And bacteria are also there in air, also in water, also in other places, also they are to be taken. And fungi, viruses. Nowadays, viruses are there in air also, insects also. Then there are allergies. In mining areas also, there are certain things which cause allergy. So all these things are taken to be counted for the better implementation of occupational health and safety. Next. Here I have taken training and education, because initially I informed a lot about training and education. So in mining, there are vocational training and vocational training centers, and there are vocational training rules also. Those rules are to be followed. Then training can also, there a lot of education is also given time to time, so that workers can be better trained, and even officers can also be better trained for the cause of health and safety. Then there are methods, posters, slogans, safety week. Then safety leaflets, books, videos, and presentation, etc. There. So now these are all to be taken into account. Then there are safety meetings, safety inspection, workman inspectors are there. They take they take the meeting, and workers are involved in it, so that safety can be better implemented. It can be done at it is being done at workman level, then where union is involved, then management level, management involved, because until management takes interest, safety and health cannot be implemented. Occupational health and safety will be succeeded only when management takes full interest in it. A casual interest of management will not help. Of course, workmen are there, but then management is equally responsible. Then DGMS authorities time to time check it, and recording reports timely, periodically are being given to them for the implementation of safety or health. So one particular a meeting called tripartite committee meeting from time to time is involving DGMS authorities, in which DGMS authorities, management, and workmen are involved, workmen union. So all those will be there, and they will decide, and that way a recommendation of conferences for health and safety in mines and its implementation status is being given to DGMS. They will all decide what are those areas where the improvement is required, and then they will draft down at a particular point when meeting will be taking place. These are the areas where they have to work and improve. And after a certain period of time, maybe 1 or 2 years, or maybe 1 year, or that is decided by them. These are reviewed by again management, workers union, and DGMS authorities, so that they will come to know how far, what is the present status of health and safety or occupational health and safety at the mine. Next, please. So these are the checkpoints, workplace inspection, and all that. So these are very important, because safety and health issues cannot be sorted out unless we regularly monitor them and review them. Just writing them and reading them will not help. You have to continuously, time to time, weekly, periodically monitor it. So inspection and keeping record for the same. It's not like that. We have to keep a diary and all that, and then we have to record those in the computer and our record room for the hazard which we have inspected. We can inspect various mine haulage road also, working area, mine faces where the shovels, excavators are working, and drills are working, and other working condition which are existing in mines, and slope stability and all that. We have to watch it, monitor it, or we have to record it. So we have to also see work equipment, how they are, then electrification, electrical equipment, tools, tackles, ventilation, air pollution, dust, firefighting equipment, and other ergonomic problems which are existing. So if we continuously monitor and find the weak area and where the improvement is required, then it is better. At time to time we check it, and then we inform workers to correct it, or management to take correct action. Then the occupational safety and health measures can be most effectively implemented in any mines. Next, please. Then I have already talked, and again talking about pneumoconiasis, which is this silicosis, hydrosis, heat, and these are also affecting lung. But pneumoconiasis is related to air. So we are inhaling the air. So those diseases in mine working area or plant working area which result for pneumoconiasis, they are covered because. So that is why in periodical medical examination, this lung function test is being done. Maybe in 3 years and all that decided by the management. There's all the workers, whether they are departmental worker or worker on the contractual basis, because the responsibility of the mine management, basically mine owner and all that, to have the medical examination of both departmental worker, if it is a organized government in the sector, or if it is a private, then their own worker or contextual worker. It is a responsibility of that organization to take care of both periodical medical examination. So pneumoconitis, silicosis, sidrosis, heat stroke, I have already talked. It is very essential because in heat stroke, there will be a lot of dehydration. And for the dehydration, you have to give the immediate supplement of sugar, sweet or other supplements are to be given, some solutions are given so that person, there are many times because of heat stroke, a person will become unconscious also. So it should not be taken lightly. Lot of attention is to be paid to it. And about manganese also I have talked, that is also harmful. Asbestos is most harmful now, and nowadays there is a carbon, it is prohibited for mining. Earlier, lot of asbestos mining was being done. Then periodical medical checkups for lung, hearing, vision, blood, and all that are to be done. It's most essential for the workers and officers also. And their records are to be taken. And repeatedly, they are checked so that worker and officers both remain healthy. Or management as a whole, they should participate in periodical medical examination. It should not be taken lightly or overlooked. And their complete workman's records are to be taken. Many times, because of silicosis and all that, a person gets ill over a long period of time. Then a sort of compensation is to be paid, because it is a very vital disease which is due to silica, which is found in the dust. In mine dust, it is especially found in mine dust. Next, please. Next. There is a lot of blasting taking place. Lot of blasting is taking place, and there is use of explosives there. So manganese magazines are there for storing the explosives. Different kind of high explosive, low explosive are there to be stored. How magazines are to be constructed, where they are to be constructed. If it is a big magazine, then nearly in 500-meter area, no inhabitation should be there. And like that, there are so many rules. And fencing should be there for the these magazines. Then if when explosive is brought to mines from the magazine, its safety, its handling, it is carrying out, and then the blasting procedures are strictly to be followed. And for all that, there are regulations, there are methods written, so recorded. So these are to be followed. This is one of the most important area, because many a times accident can take place because of improper blasting or explosives also. And lot of specialization is required here. Only specially trained person should do blasting, and most precautionary measures are taken, and lot of personal protective equipment are used for doing blasting. Next. Next. Here I have taken miscellaneous points, because practically many things have been informed about hazards also. So in mining, you see statutory records and returns are the essential thing. These statutory records and returns are kept for DGMS authorities, because we have to comply the rules and regulation which have been framed by DGMS in the mines. Actually, in India, we are not following those rules which are of USA or Canada and Australia. Our regulatory body is Director General of Mine Safety. And fortunately in India, there are so many minerals, about 89 minerals or so. Out of these, 4 are fuel minerals. About 11 are metallic, then 52 about other are non-metallic minerals are also there, and so that India caters is one of the very big countries in the world which is having so much mining and excavation in iron, steel, coal. We are having our third or fourth place, and so mining is very essential and for safety and health purposes, occupational safety and health purposes. Lot of attention is required, and DGMS is well aware of it. So they are having their own laboratory. They are doing lot of work there, framing new regulations, investigating into the accidents, having their procedure for investigating. They are fatal type of accident, reportable accident, non-reportable, minor accident, serious accidents. These are all taking place. But ultimate aim should be such that there should be no accident at all. So that type of many things is no accident, zero accident type of aim should be there for any mining. There are many factors involving disaster management and water inundation. Water inundation means flooding and all that in the mines. That is also because since you are working in the mines, so occupation is in for working in the mines. So that is also a type of, for that also you require your health and safety. Disaster management, suppose some disaster has taken place in the mine, bench has failed, collapsed, or roof has collapsed. Persons are working there for whatever reason, but because of their occupation, they will have to face it. So for that also, a lot of safety and health measures are there. Proper fencing should be there. There are many times accidents are taking place because proper fencing is not there. So particular indicated area or noted area should be fenced. There can be many ergonomical measures which can be taken so that person will not have the accident. Those ergonomic measures, because suppose mine office area is there, so of course mining is not there in that mine area, no excavation, but yet it is a part of mining because that office is lying in the mining area, and it has to be there. So all the safety rules and regulation of ergonomics are applicable there. Those ergonomic rules are regular for the computer operator also, for person sitting there. So office worker or office manager means persons, executive should not consider that they do not require any safety. They have also to follow the safety rules. Then if we go to mines, we find haul roads. Haul road many times have water sprinkling, better illumination, workbenches are there. They also require water sprinkling and very good illumination, otherwise accident will take place. And in workbench area, height of the bench, and haulage road area, width of the road, they are very important part. Otherwise accident will take place. And then water sprinkling eyes over it. Then safety rules for operators and equipment, for crane operator, for dumper operator, for excavator operator, dozer operator, loaders, they are to be followed. Otherwise, again, there are many hazards in which they are working, but if they follow the safety rules and regulations prescribed and the way they should work procedures are there, then the probability of accident taking place will be highly reduced. There are safe procedures for that, for every equipment. And those safe work procedures, if they are followed strictly, there are least chances that accident will be there. Suppose someone has to climb to a particular place and repair something in the plant or in the mine area, that they should use the personal protector of the chain or rope and all that. And thereafter, after having all that personal activity, they can work to any height. And then, so those type of precautions can be taken in difficult area where they have to work. Then instruction manuals are there. Every equipment is being given instruction manual how it is to be maintained, or and operating procedure also written in it. As far as possible, those operating procedures are to be strictly followed. So different maintenances are also there. Now, this is all part of occupational health and safety, because if maintenances are not being done, which can be of many types, then accidents are bound to happen. So what are those by which equipment will be in a healthy condition? Predictive maintenance, periodic maintenance, hourly maintenance, then overhaul, and above all, most important is preventive maintenance. Preventive maintenance should be pre-planned, and if we strictly follow it, then there are very minimum chance of accidents to be taking place. It is useful for all sort of machineries, and preventive maintenance is applicable everywhere. Mines, in all sort of machine, all working condition, in all walks of the life, not only for mines, everywhere it is applicable. I have taken industrial hygiene also, and housekeeping also, and safety employees records. So one very important area is housekeeping and industrial hygiene. Many times we find that work area is in a very shabby condition. Items are scattered here, they are not easily found. In workshop also, when we working in manufacturing facilities where something is taking place. So these are all not desired. In welding area also, these welding electrodes are lying here and there. No rakes are there, just lying on the floor itself. And proper elimination is also not there. And no ventilation and all. So all that are actually showing that housekeeping is not good. There is no cleanliness, and industrial hygienes actually require all that. That all this should be in a proper order. Many times we have found in our inspection that some portable fire extinguisher were there, but that was lying on a place on the wall, and below that number of oil drums were there, and then hot and waste and all. Suppose we want to, in the event of fire, we want to take that fire extinguisher, we cannot approach it quickly. Means by that time you approach to that fire by having some method, fire will engulf many things. So you have to properly organize your thing, have proper racks and all that. So that way, that is applicable everywhere. In face also, mine working area also, plant or area also. So if we take care of all that, then there are least chances of accident. There is a minimum probability for accidents to be taking place. Yeah. Is there any more slide also? Hello? Hello?
No, sir, there is no more slides. No more slides. This is the end.
No, but
Thank
there
you,
are
sir.
miscellaneous points.
So we have shared your presentation.
So we have shared your presentation.
Anyway, I can, if time is, I can speak. Hello? How much time is left?
Sir, your time is done.
No. How much time is left? How many minutes more I can
Slides
speak?
are over, sir.
Yeah, time is over. Okay, then I will conclude my speech here. Conclude my this presentation here. Self and my speech here. Anything more required? Question answer session can go on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If this presentation and my enumeration on different aspects of health and safety part is found useful to you, I will be thankful to all of you. Hello? If this presentation and my speech has been found useful, I will be thankful to all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Very much useful, sir. Thank you.
Okay, you can go further now.
Thank you so much, sir, for such an informative talk. Please put your question in the chat box, or you can unmute yourself and ask directly.
No, people will ask, I will try to answer.
So we have a question from Mr. Harish. Harish, you can unmute yourself and ask the question. He's already put it in the chat box. Harish ji?
Sir, please check your chat box.
No, I will hear only. Actually, I don't know what is the question. So it is not.
So you can read it out, Rohini. You can read it out in the chat box for sir.
Janna ji, you please read it out.
In case of zero accident concept, do we count number near miss?
No, actually, zero accident concept involves lot of factors where hazard should be practically nil. We should take so much precaution for all the sort of hazards that and we have to take all the precautions with your personal protective equipment use and all that, and working condition, because I have described all these things in detail earlier. So there will remain no scope for accident to take place. And under those conditions, this is probably a hypothetical situation that there will be practically no accident or even no minor injury or no minor accident. But generally, it is these accidents are taking place. But our ultimate aim should be to achieve a concept of zero accident. It is always better. That is an ideal condition. Next question, please. Hello, next.
Any more questions?
Actually, zero accident concept is hypothetical, but anyway, any organization, if it achieves, they should be rewarded. There is a scope of reward also, and DGMS authorities are rewarding those mines which have proved best in the performance for the health and safety or occupational safety. So, in safety weeks, organizations are organized time to time for encouraging for having best health and safety standard in a particular mine. So there are group of mines where these are taking place, and a particular mine will be rewarded best for environment, for safety, for all that. So that way, if they aim for the zero accident and all that, is always better.
Sir, super presentation, sir. Sir, I have a small question. In terms of mining, where we talking about extensive excavation, where shorting and shuttering and shoring is required, sir. So, is there any course available within the market where shorting, shuttering, shoring can be learned, or there are some design analysis or design calculations available, or do we rely on techniques of structural people to design that?
Courses are also available. It's not like that things are not available for any sort of thing today. Menus and courses are available, but in a hybrid way, if you have your own calculation from the structural engineers or the specialist, it is always better, because those structural engineers and whom you will be consulting, they will themselves provide you the information you are needing, and you have to get those information from internet itself. By typing your query, you will find number of information, because nowadays people are getting information that way also. And because this question is highly specialized, so better if you approach to some structural engineers and all that in that field, it will be better.
But sir, your experience, you think that people are aware of designing being done for shorting and shuttering and shoring, because you have a lot of sliding, you have a lot of a couple of incidents because of bad.
Yeah, these courses will be Apple. This you say these courses and these courses and this educative material will be available. I have not much exposure to all that because
Right.
I have not remained in that area, but I don't consider that courses and all that literature and all that will be not
It will be
available.
okay. Sir, I have
But,
another thing, another one small. If you could throw light on what are the kind of scrubbers used for air, because you will have a lot of ill air in the mining atmosphere. So what kind of scrubbers, or how do you take care of the air pollution within the
so
sector?
in mining actually, in mining, most effective way of suppressing dust is water sprinkling only.
Okay.
For mining, it is the kind of things you are talking is for the plant, crushing plant,
Right.
and the process plant. So those rubbers, the electrostatic also, non-electrostatic also, then nozzle types, and there are different kind of these are available. So this we call them dust control equipment, dust suppressor equipment. They are working on different principles, and so you will find these in mostly cement plants and all those type of plants. But for as far as most of the mining I worked, I found that dust control system are there in the drill machine, large drill machine, or dust suppression controls are there. Some are pneumatic based, some are water sprinkling based, and all that. But by and large, water sprinkling is the best method in which you will be able to control the dust, which is harmful to.
Thank you so much, sir. That's
mining.
all from my side. If there are any questions, you can please unmute yourself.
No, you ask what is my knowledge and my exposure to all that. So I will answer. You have talked about dust control measures. So I've just in plants, in crushing plant and process plant, those type of measures we have just scrubbers and all that you have talked, they are available. But by and large, in open area or in underground area, these are the water sprinkling is one of the best measures which is taking place. And without water sprinkling, even in underground, we will not be able to work also. In open cast, of course, people are actually working, but they are also utilizing water sprinkling in the best possible way. And that way, we have to suppress that because dust is very harmful. It will not only harm. It is not only harmful to you, but it harmful to machine also. Two dumpers. Because of dust, they will not be able to visible themselves, and if they are crossing against each other, they will have the impact, and there will be a serious accident of those two dumpers. Right. They are crossing in the opposite direction. So why that accident took place? Because of the dust only. So that way, dust is not only harmful to man; it is harmful to machinery also and to life also. So water sprinkling is one of the best measures. Anyway, this is one of the answers I have given to you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay.
Our next session is
Anyway, next question, please.
No, sir. Done is all questions.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Our next session is on behavior-based safety by Mr. Haridasan. ICS is pleased to provide you all its research and development, integrated management system, QMS, EMS, and OSHAs, excellence in education management, ISO made easy in Gujarati, Marathi, Telugu, Hindi. For reading any of the above books, please contact Ms. Sushma Kindalkar. Feedback form. Please register on www.sadgunsang.org and go in your login and give a feedback. On behalf of Sadgunsang team, I would like to express my gratitude to all esteemed delegates of the webinar for their presence and contribution to make this webinar a great success. We now officially close the session. Thank you all.
यार कुछ भी तो उसकी गलती है देखने से।